Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. And this is going to be a love reading for couples in a relationship for the month of February 2021. And I thought I'd pick cards with a pink theme. So first, let me explain the card that fell out for you is Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world along with your partner. Okay, so if you can't travel to go on a retreat, do a nice staycation together and enjoy yourselves. Look, this is a happy couple, married couple. And they're in nature. Potentially, if you are also loving nature, take time to be in nature. It could be cold if you're in the northern hemisphere, but still enjoy nature in all aspects with your loved one. All right, so let me dive into the tarot. So this is for Scorpio for the month of February for couples in a relationship. Here we go for Scorpio, couples in a relationship. So the energy now is that of the Page of Pentacles. We see a rabbit as well, jumping in the field in the background, meaning abundance. There's potential abundance there. But these are thoughts of, securing your foundation with someone. The seeds have been planted. They're starting to grow as well. So maybe you need to spend a little bit more time together in order to nurture that relationship, okay? What needs to be communicated is the Moon card. So maybe someone's holding back or holding things back in this relationship at this point. The strength is the Three of Swords. And I see this as, particularly in this deck, what I like is there's a bunch of doves that are flying off. So there's healing that's being done. And I think this is what's happening is healing is required. Or someone's going to be talking about their inner sufferance. And most likely not with this relationship. It could be with this relationship. But someone is talking about the need for deliverance, for healing their heart in this relationship or from past relationships. The weakness of this relationship is the Page of Swords. And that is someone that's either talking a lot or sharing their thoughts a lot or thinking a lot and not necessarily taking action on those thoughts at this moment. Let's move on and let's see what the rest of the cards are. So this is the reality. It's the Emperor. All right. The Passion is Seven of Cups. And the key to the future is the Two of Cups. Beautiful ending here. Okay. So if I can read this properly, and I'm going to go with, there's multiple scenarios here, but I'm going to go with what makes sense with the Retreat card. So this relationship, the energy now is one that's budding. Okay, so you're in this relationship with someone that you may not have been there. It's not a long-term relationship. It hasn't been long, for very long anyways. And it's sprouting, but you both need to start nurturing it in a different way than what you've done so far. And most likely someone was holding back from sharing information pertaining to the fact that they do need to heal. They're still hurt from past hurts from other relationships. They're talking about it. And they've been talking about it, or they want to start talking about it. But you're at the page level and not the night level. So action needs to be taken. Now, the reality is that someone is probably in the Emperor energy of not doing anything. I mean, this emperor is the king of all kings, and usually it's an action king, but maybe he's just so set in his ways and with limited views, and preventing him from actually talking about this. He's very traditional. And I have a feeling that this is coming from the male side. The male is not wanting to discuss these things. He's holding back from talking about past hurts. And that's kind of like the weakness. I mean, he's got all of this thought in his mind, but he's not taking action on it. However, should there be communication, I think this opens up a whole realm of new possibilities. Because the passion is there. And it could be positive, it could be negative. The passion could dwindle, it could become much more illuminated should this communication be had. And if that's the case, if the communication is had, then you have a beautiful partnership coming out of it. So how do we encourage this person to open up? Let me pull some other cards from a different deck. How do we entice this person from opening up, sharing their pain and their thoughts? Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Good Devil, and we have the King of Swords. So to me, this means the person that's not the person that needs to communicate, but the other person involved in this relationship needs to come up with some ingenious idea of how to secure this person. It needs to be something that's going to feel them comfortable and secure in doing this conversation to open up with you. And because we have the Good Devil is basically overcoming any toxicity, any negativity, any codependency, any of that. So it's reassuring that person that whatever they're going to be sharing with you is not going to be a threat to the relationship. It's only going to make it grow bigger and stronger. And, you know, the person, and I see this as the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who's very analytical. And I think that the reason why they're not opening up is because they are like that. They are very analytical. They're not emotional in nature, Scorpio. Hence, the reason you should maybe going on a retreat and focus on your couple. You need to reassure them. And, you know, again, with nature, the theme of nature and the theme of Pentacles, you need to ground yourselves together and secure these roots together for this relationship to be long-lasting so that they can feel comfortable in opening up to you. Okay? Look at that. You've got the sun. The sun card coming out from the Le Normand means it's bright, it's sunny, it's going to be clear, it's going to be a beautiful outcome. Oops, the card that came flying out. Wow. We have a beautiful heart here, and it looks like it's like sprouting or radiating love. And what it says here on the back is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. That's a beautiful message, beautiful oracle for you. Yes. So this retreat is only going to help you to bond further after this very deep conversation that's going to be had between the individual, which I suspect is the male in this relationship or the other person in this relationship, and not you, needing to open up and share their fears about their past hurts. You need to secure them. You need to secure them and show them that you both can build together and secure foundation, a good foundation with a strong root system, so that this relationship can bud into something more stable for the future. Let me pull a outcome card here from the After Tarot for you. Okay, 2 of them came out. We have the King of Swords again, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. I'll get back to that in a minute. Let me just pull a die. Oops. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to pause this video because I am going to go pick up the die that fell on the floor. There's a reason why the bag got stuck on my hand and those 2 die fell out. It's meant for you. So let me just pause the video because I got to go pick it up the floor. Hold on. All right, so 2 dice fell on me. Okay, one on my lap and 1 on the floor. The one that fell on my lap is the fork and knife, and that to me represents the female energy and the male energy. And you know, these are tools that we use together for eating, right? So this means that this relationship, in order to, you know, be successful, you need to be both together, working together on the outcome. And one without the other cannot really be used. There's, you know, if it's only one that's working, doing all the work, it's not going to work well. You both need to work together in tandem. You know, it may not be at the same very time. You know, you may use your knife with your fork and then you only use your fork, and you know, kind of thing when you're eating your plate. You will have to work together, but you know, maybe one needs to put in a little bit more effort than the other. But ultimately, the goal is that both of you are going to dine together and you're going to work together in order to get this relationship to grow, okay, and develop into what it should develop, and possibly through this retreat. And then I also have the card. This is the die that fell on the floor, and this is the card with the little crank at the top. So I think this is telling you that you need to crank this up. You need to crank this car. You need to give it some boost, right? You need to go on this retreat and boost the battery, or crank it up so that it will now be moving ahead, okay? And maybe this retreat will be needed regularly, okay? In the sense that you need to nurture your love. You know, you'll need to crank that up, or, you know, if you think of a battery, you'll need to replace the battery once in a while, right? To bring the energy level back up again. So this is a very positive sign of encouragement for you for this relationship. I really like that. So the final outcome cards that came is that you have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords has now planted that sword deep into the ground, and he's letting go of the past mental hardships. He's now focusing his attention on his falcon. And to me, the falcon is, you know, it's his ally. It's his ally in his endeavors. So now finally, through this retreat and this communication that's going to be established between the 2 of you to discuss these past hurts, that's finally going to be put to rest, so you can both work together, collaborate together. And you see you have the 2 of Pentacles here. Balance is going to be reestablished. It's going to be, yeah, there will be, you know, there could be a lot of waves in the background, meaning there could be a lot of emotional situations, but the outcome is that finally there's balance, there's equilibrium between the 2 of you, equal energies, and the eternity symbol is there, so meaning it's forever, or it could be forever if the work is done. I hope you like this, Scorpio. Let me know, and please, if it resonated with you, give me some thoughts about how this worked out for you. how the retreat worked out for you. All right, so you take care and have a great February 2021. Take care.